Good afternoon, everybody. This is Brandy with Bicamerelle Group 2, and I am with Anastasia and Catherine, and we just wanted to give everybody a big congratulations on your last class for our master's degrees, and this is a big day, and we're super excited that we all did this together. So enjoy the rest of your week and weekend, and it was nice having classes with you all. Just a quick presentation overview. Mission statements, vision statements, strategic vision statements, strategies, corporate responsibility, financial statements, and how we did in the long run. Bicamerelle's team mission statement is to empower our buyers while building the products needed to capture and share the meaningful moments that last forever. Bicamerelle exists to provide high-quality action cameras and unmanned aerial vision drones worldwide for all recreational and commercial uses at excellent prices. Bicamerelle's team vision statement was to expand our global market share from 20 to 25%, as stated before. Our investor expectations and initiatives were earning per share, return on investment, stock price, image rating, credit score. On top of those, internally, we were focused on employee retention, innovative technology, corporate citizenship, marketing initiatives, and cost leadership. On top of the logo we came up with that you can see at the bottom of each of our page, we also came up with a little saying, aqua, terra, and aerial. If you put those together, you have water, land, and sky. Bicamerelle is looking at the whole picture, and what we came up with was elevating, commemorating, and collaborating the aqua, terra, aerial human experience, which really hits on our UAVs and our cameras because you can use those throughout water, land, and sky. You can take pictures, the list goes on, and it just really fit well with what we were doing, and so we created a little fun portion to go along with our game that we played. Bicamerelle's initial company strategy and goals was for our company to increase profits, market shares, company standings, and product development. By increasing our annual net revenue by 20% year over year, we expect to have increased total revenue earned in the final year by 200%. Additionally, our goal is to increase our operating profit margin and net profit margin each year by 2% and 1% respectively, which will result in operating profit margins of 16% and net profit margin of 8% by the end of the simulation. The performance outcome for the company standing will be increased in the company rating due to charitable contributions, green efforts, and above average employment wages. While creating all other variables for Bicamerelle, maintaining credit rating above an A for all these years is another indicator of successful performance. Bicamerelle is going to achieve its goals by employing a best cost provider strategy. For this strategy, the manager of Bicamerelle intended to employ a mix of tangible and intangible elements, including a focus on customer service, product design, company standing, and marketing. In going with the best cost provider strategy, Bicamerelle will be able to satisfy customers' expectations by lowering expenses and in turn be able to provide high quality products at better prices to customers. The competitive advantage that Bicamerelle is building over rivals in both camera and UAV drone segments is ensuring that the products are remembered not just for being expertly crafted and their array of features, but also for the customer service experience and positive company standing to make the customers proud to say they have a Bicamerelle product. The key performance indicators, as we discussed earlier, are earnings per share, return on equity, stock price per share, credit rating, and image rating. Bicamerelle was best in industry in earnings per share and best in industry in stock price for 4 of the 8 years, as well as best in industry for 7 years in the image rating category. As you can see, our year 6 from earnings per share went to from $2.33 in year 6 to $11.52 in year 13. So we significantly increased there. Our goal for credit rating was to stay above an A, and we achieved that with an A+. Our stock price more than tripled. Our image rating was a little lower than we would have liked, but we increased everything else, so we're very happy with what we did. Going along a little more with the key performance indicators, stock prices, return on equity, image ratings, and earnings per share. Bicamerelle is noted in green throughout these 4 graphs. You can see that in our image rating, we stayed across the board and consistent throughout the whole entire game. Our stock prices and earnings per share both rose significantly. In our return on equity, we stayed pretty steady across with no major drops and still increasing as well. We're very happy with the results that we've received. Bicamerelle's strategic vision statement in years 6 through 10 were to become the top performer in the industry by elevating, commemorating, and celebrating all Aquaterra aerial human experiences through innovative camera and drone technology, exemplary customer service, and sustainable socio-economic pragmatism. Bicamerelle's customer service is an essential component of Bicamerelle's structure. We want to ensure the entire customer experience lasts throughout the lifetime of the product and beyond. On more than a product level, Bicamerelle focuses on making sure its staff are excited to work every day by providing excellent pay increases, benefits, and bonuses. Years 11 through 13, Bicamerelle didn't change a whole lot. We did want to stick with our aquaterial human experience, and our customer service, we were already doing very well, so we used that. One thing that we did change was on a more than a product level, Bicamerelle focuses on making sure its staff are excited to work every day by now providing an above average industry standard. We increased benefits, bonuses, and pay. Going into strategy, our AC camera strategy, we invested in research and development in years 5, 7, and 9. We kept assembly and production costs at the industry low or close to the industry average for each unit. We altered between 3 and 4 performance features over the years, ending with 4 features in the final year 13. AC cameras were sold at the lowest price in the industry in each geographic region. We offered shorter warranties than other competitors, resulting in less after-the-fact cost. We had 3 models for a number of years, and then we increased to 4 the last few years. As you can see, our years 5 through 13 performance for our cameras, our total revenue was around $188,000, and we increased that up to $443,048 for year 13. Our operating cost did get higher, but our operating profit was also higher. Our margins went from 13% to 30%, which is a huge increase for a starting business. Bicamerelle's drone strategy also invested in research and development, but only in years 5 and 9. We kept the assembly and production costs at the industry low or close to industry average for each unit. We alternated between 4 and 5 performance features and ended with 5 in the final year. We sold drones at the lowest or second lowest price in the industry in each geographic region. We offered shorter warranties than competitors, resulting again in less after-fact cost. We only offered 1 model for most of the years and then increased to 2 in the final year. Our drone performance years 5 through 13, our total revenue was $145,000 and it increased to $457,000. Our profit margins went from 6% to 33%, so our drones did much better than our regular cameras. Our market shares by region were Group B, which is the second one in, on Asia Pacific, Europe, Africa, Latin America, and North America. We averaged between 20 and 25%, a little over 25% for the whole game. We stayed pretty competitive and we didn't have to adjust a lot as most of our regions were pretty hand in hand. Bicamerelle's production strategy and performance, we compensated all employees with above average industry-based wages. Within that, we invested in best practices, productivity improvement training each year. We gave UAV drone employees attendance bonuses and assembly quality initiatives. We also invested heavily in facilities expansions and robot technologies in the first year. Bicamerelle allowed for a company to handle large demand loads without paying excess overtime, which then saved on labor costs and increased productivity. In the marketing strategy and performance, Bicamerelle adjusted the marketing strategy based each year in response to the changes in the customer demand, the previous year image ratings, and the current performance and quality ratings. Bicamerelle also applied the concept of marginally utility to pricing and marketing cost. We invested heavily in the market research to determine the perfect price points that worked for our products. In the financial strategy and performance, the goals for the company were to increase profit margins, market share, and brand reputation. Between year to year, we hope to increase revenue by 20%, operating profit margin by 2%, net profit margin 1%, our image rating by 1.5 points, and keep our credit score at an A or better. The end of the simulation, we were hoping with a revenue of over 200%, a total operating profit margin of 16%, net profit of 18%, gaining at least 10 points, and keeping a credit score of an A+. A quick overview from our Year 5 to our Year 13 income statements. It has our drones, our cameras, our revenue, cost of goods. As you can see, we increased significantly between Year 5 and Year 13. This is just a really good product to look at because you can see our net profit went from only $15,000 all the way up to $196,000 with an increase of 17.027% on our net profit. One thing I want to point out on our balance sheet is our cash on hand. In Year 5, we started out with $5,000. We ended with $233,000 at Year 13. Within the first year, we took on a large debt so that we would have a war chest of cash and expand the facilities. We paid the debt off each year and took on slightly less with a smaller interest rate. By Year 13, all of our debt was paid off. A note with our financial ratios, as you can see, our debt in Year 5 was at 142%, and by Year 13, we had it down to 17%. One other note is our capital outlays at Year 5 were 0, and at Year 13, it was $2,775. Our shares of stocks that were outstanding went from 20,000 to 17,025. Bicamerelle ranked second out of the last 5 years for corporate social responsibility. I do think that our shareholders would be pleased where we are sitting, but we always think we can do better in this area. Some of the things that we feel we could do better is use biodegradable packaging in the future. We would also monitor where our material comes from, ensuring that it was also coming from a social responsibly company. Last but not least, we would educate our employees on the corporate social responsibility and see if they had any input to help us become more socially responsible. Overall, Bicamerelle had a very good competitive strategy. We satisfied customers' expectations by lowering expenses and providing high-quality products at better prices to customers. We used the best cost provider, which provided low prices, quality products, and excellent customer services. Some of our advantages that put us ahead of our other classmates were low product labor cost, excellent brand reputation, and efficient resource allocation. With these, it helped us move into first place throughout almost the whole game. Bicamerelle's final strategy and results evolved to become a low-cost provider. Early on, we determined that offering too many models and features on each product was not cost-effective for our company. So the strategy transitioned to offering great quality products at a lower cost than the market average. By offering these products at the lowest price in the industry, we were able to increase market share and revenue to become the industry leader. Increase in operating profit margins of 16% and net profit margins of 8% ultimately resulted in an increase of 60% and 118% respectively by Year 13. The total revenue increased at Year 13 was 170%. Bicamerelle did a lot of buyback stock options to fund us. Looking back now, we would have done a lot more of that and could have even had better results. Some of our achievements we want to hit on is we were a consistent industry leader. We achieved an A+ credit rating at year 13. Our stock price quadrupled as well as our earnings per share. We maintained the above average image rating every year. Bicamerelle, as you can see, was ranked number 1 at the end of year 13. Our scores for that week and overall were higher than everybody else's. We only received 3 bonus points, but one thing that we did have as a huge achievement was we achieved the global top 100 performances over the week of April 4th to the 22nd. We overall tied at 22nd with a score of 107.5, and this was worldwide. So this is a huge achievement for us, as well as winning the whole Globus competition. We are very proud of this, and I want to give a special shout out to Catherine, who worked on this nightly and made sure we stayed on top. Thank you, everybody, for enjoying Bicamerelle's products and our presentation. Have a good weekend.